Jeez. Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. Well, I'm saying good afternoon. It could be morning where you are. Just gonna wait and see who kind of rolls through. Right, for some weird reason, this is the first time that I'm doing this live via my Mac. I can't actually see who's in the room. So if you are here, just say hey. But the whole purpose of this live is for those of you that want to ask me any questions in regards to locks. Maybe you have locks already, and maybe you're curious about certain things, or maybe you're thinking about getting locks and you just want to ask me something. So basically, this is a chance. Yeah, I can finally see. Hey, Miss J, you all right? Hey, that's No Man 7X. How are you? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, that's basically the main purpose for this. I would like to say this is going to be a short and sweet live, but you know what? Life is unpredictable. Thank you so much, Keisha. Appreciate that. Making me blush. Great. So far, I think I can see there's 11 people in a room. Can't see everybody for some strange reason. So, but if you have any questions, you've just joined, you're not too sure what this live is about. Literally, as you can see by the title, it's just a live lock Q&A. So if you have any questions about my locks, or maybe you might be having issues with your locks and you're kind of curious as to what advice you'd like for me, or what advice you'd like for me to give. Sorry, this is the chance. Hey, Sean. Okay, do you go to a loctician? If so, who do you go to? Yes, I do. Her name is Butter Choc Locks on Instagram. I do believe I have put a link to her Insta on here before. Bear with me a moment. Let me see if I can get that up for you. Hold on. Sean, are you based in the UK? Hold on. Right, I'm just... Sean, I believe I've popped that onto the chat. I hope you can see it. This is like weird. But yeah, if you click on that link, that's the lady that does my locks for me. As you can see, I've got my locks done after a whole 4 months, yeah. But yeah, this is how my locks is currently looking like. I got it done on a weekend. She's lovely, she's really friendly, she's cool, and I just love her so much. Right. Have you ever, Miss J asked, have you ever used Design Essential products? I've actually never heard of that, Miss J. What exactly is that? I've never ever heard of that. Hey Erica, good morning. Oh my gosh, it feels so weird me saying good morning. It's just gone past 3 p.m. here, but good morning, Erica. That's No Man 7. I've been on my lock journey for 7 years. I watch your videos because I love to hear you speak, and you're my YouTube crush. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, 7 years is a long time. It's a long time. I'm assuming that during that time you've learned, a lot about yourself, a lot about your looks and all of that good stuff. It's gonna be 10 years for me this July, I believe. I should know, but yeah, just July should be 10 years. Do you have anything in locks? Oil maintenance, dry question mark. That's from Erica. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, thank you. I do have fitting locks, With my hair, I've noticed that the front of my hair is, I don't know if the word is dense, but it's more thinner at the front compared to the middle and the back of my hair. So what my loctician has done is she's combined the ones that were thinning out, and then what I like to do is when it mats together from the roots for a little bit, then I kind of snip off the second end. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. Miss J says it's a clarifying shampoo and conditioner. I've actually never used that before. I've never heard of it either. Before I used to use Osmo Detoxify shampoo, which was really good. I've stopped using that, but the only reason why I've stopped is just simply because I have a lot of, well, I had a lot of dandruff, and I found that that shampoo wasn't really helpful for those that have dandruff. And you know what? I've actually never, actually tell a lie. I have used conditioner on my hair once, but in general, I don't use conditioner on my hair. CW said, the longer my locks get, the more it breaks at the end. Why? I'm not too sure why that is. So is it that when it grows, then it gets thin at the end? Or, you know what? I had issues with that before, but I thought that it was because when I first started my locks, I had it interlocked. And then I think about 5 years into my journey, I started to retwist it. So that's what I thought the reason for that was. What I would say in regards to it breaking at the end is definitely talk to a professional about that, because one, I'm not a professional. Two, I don't want to give like the wrong advice and then it kind of messes up your hair. But definitely talk to somebody that knows what they're doing in regards to locks. Yeah, that's No Man 7. I've never used conditioner before. A lot of people use conditioner on their locks, um, and it's worked well for them. There was one stage in my lock journey when I was using leave-in conditioners, to moisturize my hair, like at the start of my lock journey, and that was working for me. I can't lie, and it smelled great. I think it was Talia Wajid's leave-in conditioner, if I remember correctly. But after I wash my hair, I don't use conditioner. Once in a blue moon, I might do a hot oil treatment, but I can't lie, I'm a little bit lazy with my locks now. Can't lie. Hey, Amakalicious, how are you? I like that name. Beautiful. How far into your lock journey are you guys? Like, do you guys have any? Is there anything that maybe you're worried about in regards to your locks, or anything that kind of irritates you in regards to them? I think for me, my major lock peeve is seeing that there's lint and dust in my locks. Like hate I really, really hate that. And because the only time that I have my locks wrapped is one, if I'm going to bed, or I'm just like lazing about in my house and I can't be bothered to do anything with it. So I just keep it wrapped. So when I'm out and about, my locks are always out, which means that, if I'm on public transport or I'm out and about here, it's spring. I say that very loosely. So there's lots of like flowers and fluff flying about, and it just gets stuck in my locks and it really irritates me. Haha, thanks, Rich. Oh, Miss J, 2 years. Congrats. Congrats, man. Yeah, I think, the main thing with locks that I will say is, like, I like watching other, locked content creators, YouTubers, like reading blogs and all of that. Um, but I think the main thing that I would say is different things work for different people. I can come on here and say, I don't condition my locks and my locks are fine. However, someone else might decide that, okay, I'm not going to condition my locks, and maybe it doesn't work well for them. So I think it's always a good idea to listen to how other people do things, but then find out what works best for you, is what I will always say. Because, for example, I remember a while ago I was watching a video, and one woman was saying that she uses was it beeswax, I believe, for her locks, and she's been doing it for about 20 years and it's been fine. However, a lot of people will say stay away from beeswax. So that's a perfect example of different things working for different people. Yeah, that's no man. I hear that. I retwist my locks every 3 to 5 months and sometimes at 6 months. Oh, your locks must be really healthy. Your locks must be super duper healthy. I remember, I can't remember what year it was. Was it 2018 or 2019? I went a whole year without retwisting. So all I would do is after I'd wash my hair is I would separate my locks, and my roots and my locks really thickened up quite a bit, and I was really happy about that, for real, because before I did that I was so obsessed with retwisting to the point where my locks were getting really thin. So even where I got my hair done I got my hair done this weekend. I can't get my words out today. What's going on? I got my hair done this weekend, but before that I hadn't done it for about 4 months. And even my loctician was like, wow, your roots have gone like really nice and thick. And I was like, yeah. But going forward, I think if permitting, there's no lockdown here in the UK again. I think I'm looking to get my hair retwisted maybe every 2 to 3 months, I would say. Miss J, my hair's hates being tied down, but I do cover up at night and most of the time I'm out. In winter, I use castor oil, and in summer, I use wild growth oil. Never had build up or lint issues. You know that wild growth oil? I was looking at it sometime last year via Amazon because I saw that a lot of natural hair users from the States were using that, and I've seen a lot of good reviews. What is it thick or is it light in consistency? Castor oil, I've briefly used castor oil because, when my hair was thinning out or my edges were thinning out, I was using it then. And it was a bit of a weird one because it helped to thin out my hair, but my scalp hated it. So I was like, I had to stop using it in the end because it was really aggravating my dandruff for some reason. I think because it's quite heavy, maybe that's what the issue was. Hey Jazzy, how are you? Like, I hear people say so many great things about castor oil. I think castor oil is amazing for when you are trying to thicken up your hair. Castor oil and avocado oil, I find, have been the two best oils when I've had issues with thinning edges or certain parts of my hair thinning out. But for some reason, my scalp just can't take too much castor oil. I've tried black seed oil as well. Well, actually, I tried that because of my dandruff issues, and for some reason, my scalp didn't like that either. So at the moment, I'm using Talia Wajid's African Healing Oil. So far, so good. But for some weird reason, I've noticed that over the years, my scalp can't seem to take oils as much. Or maybe I'll be using a product and I'll be doing a review like, yeah, this oil is so amazing for me. It's fantastic. And then out of nowhere, my scalp hates it. So it's a green bottle. It's kind of thick, but I only use on my scalp in. Okay. That's interesting to know, Miss J. How do you guys feel about using gel, like hair gel, on your edges or to retwist your locks? Or do you guys retwist using fully natural products? Like before, when I was retwisting my locks myself, I would only use rose water and that would be okay. But now when I get my locks retwisted, my loctician does give me the option on if I want her to use just hair natural oils or if it's okay for her to use a hair gel. I normally opt for hair gels. I can't lie when she's doing it for me. Jazzy said she's obsessed with I can't pronounce that, forgive me. Is that Mayo, rosemary mint oil on my scalp after a wash? You know what? Even when I was reading that, I could just feel the cool sensation. No Joe. Yeah, aloe is a very good one as well. I used to there was one stage when I used to order aloe. I can't remember. It was a specific brand that I can't get here in the UK. Lake something. I cannot remember the brand, but I used to get it. I used to order it from the States for it to come here because we don't have it here. And I think it was Lakewood aloe gel, if I remember correctly. And that was amazing. Like my hair loved that. Really, really loved that. Miss J said, I oil once or twice a month, rose water and vitamin E oil every other day or longer. Yeah, that's me. That rose water and vitamin E mix, I love that. That's me. I tend to spritz my hair like every other day. You know what? Oiling once or twice a month. That's an interesting one. Recently, I've noticed that in the natural hair community, a lot of people are saying that we're not even supposed to oil our hair. Apparently, oiling your hair, if I remember correctly, according to what people are saying, it doesn't actually moisture your hair, and it kind of just sits on top of your hair or something. So basically, the long and short of it is a lot of people in the natural hair community are basically saying that we shouldn't be oiling our hair. Um, and some people swear that by them not doing it, it's worked out better for their hair. I can't lie, I'm very skeptical to completely stop doing it. So I think, like yourself, doing it once or twice a month would make sense. I think on average, I probably oil my scalp maybe twice a week now. I just think to myself, because I have dandruff issues, if I was to completely stop oiling my scalp, I don't know if that would be a good idea. I think it'll just make my scalp drier, but maybe my thinking could be wrong. Ooh, I like that. Last year I retwisted 3 times. This year I'm going for two. You know, it's so funny because at one stage I had said to myself that I would try to retwist in a year, probably about 3 to 4 times. I don't know if I still stick by that, but for me, I think 3 to 4 times is actually reasonable. To be fair, because we're in April now and it's been my first retwist. So yeah, I think I'm aiming for about 3 to 4 times. I think anything more than that, then I'm kind of overdoing it. Yeah, Jazzy, this is it. About eat your oils and drink water, but that's not. Yeah, I don't. It's a bit of a weird one because I see locks as like how I see my plants. I water my plants and I spritz my plants as well. So I don't know, to just kind of leave my hair to just not put anything in it is a bit, to me anyway. It might work for other people and that's fine. Miss J says my hair is salt and pepper, so I have to use oil on scalp a little bit. Yeah, I think everything is just in moderation. That's the thing. Everything is in moderation. It's like if you style your hair, don't style your locks all the time. You guys know I'm actually really lazy. If it wasn't for the fact that my loctician now does my locks, I wasn't really, apart from lock knots, I wasn't really doing anything with my hair, to be honest. But you know, there are certain people that all the time they have their locks in a style and it's done very tightly. Like right now, my locks don't feel tight. I can sleep fine and all of that. Yeah, I agree. Definitely, Indigo. It's all about doing both. You need to have a balance. You know, have a decent diet and also, put whatever it is, spritz your hair, oil your hair. My thing is, let's just not overdo it. I feel like sometimes you'll be watching certain videos about, how to moisturize locks, and I'm seeing certain people are using like 10 products in their hair, and I'm just like, why? You don't, you really don't need that much products in your hair. What's a product that you guys have tried for your locks that you absolutely hate? That it just doesn't work for you? I think for me, what I would say is I've noticed personally that a lot of products that say that it's for locks, for some reason, don't work well for me. I've noticed that products that work well for me aren't necessarily made solely with locks in mind. So for example, you might come across a shampoo that says this shampoo is made for locks, and then you give it a try and it's just messing up your hair. I use Head and Shoulders. Head and Shoulders is kind of for everybody, I guess, so long as you have dandruff issues. But that works well for me. The same way as the rose water. Rose water can be used for a variety of things. Some people use it to bake. Some people use it on their hair. Some people use it as a facial toner. There's so many things that you can use it for, but it's not solely made just for locks. But it works well. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anything you guys want to say? Or my content? Is there any type of content that you would like to see me put out more of before I round this live up? Because yeah, actually, this is the perfect time for me to say. Obviously, the majority of you watch me for my lot content. I think some of you may have noticed. It's not that I'm trying to stay away from locks. I enjoy doing lock content. It's something that I'm going to continue doing, but I'm just widening up my content a bit more. So I'm trying to include more kind of beauty, chit chat videos as well, because there's a lot of things that have been going on that I would like to talk about as well. But how do you guys feel about that? Is there any kind of content that you want for me to be making? Miss J said Rosewater is my crack. I gotta have it. Yes, that is me. I'm actually running out of mine. I like to use the Heritage Stores one, and then I put a little bit of vitamin E oil as well. I'm actually running out, so I need to order some more. But yeah, for me, that's my favorite branded Rosewater that I've tried so far. Any tips for sweating? I sweat a lot. I'm only 4 months locked and summer is coming. Girl, I am sweat queen. Like I'm always sweating. Always. Uh any tips for sweat? You know what? At the end of the day, sweating is natural. So there's not really a lot that you can do. I have seen that, some people say that by tying their locks down, it allows for the sweat to be absorbed by the material that they're using to tie their hair down. Only thing that I can say is maybe if you do sweat a lot and maybe you feel that it might be affecting the smell of your locks, you can use like a natural deodorizer. I think you mentioned that you use, is it mint or peppermint? So if you just spritz your hair, that will help to keep your hair smelling fresh. But apart from that, that's a bit of a hard one because sweating is a natural thing. Some people feel that if you interlock and you sweat, then it helps your locks last longer. I don't really know how I feel about that per se. But yeah, I think that's the only. I don't know if that helps, but that's the only thing that I can say. It's natural. We all sweat. I just think it's just something that people don't really talk about a lot. Jill Martin said daily vlogs. You know what? Yeah, that's one thing that I really struggle with is vlogging. Unless I'm traveling, I find it very hard to do a daily vlog, especially where over here, I'm not too sure if you're from the UK or not, Jill, but over here, we've only recently started opening like restaurants and stuff like that. So, you know, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind and I'll work on that. A day in my life, yeah. CW said, I thought you was going to buy the gallon. I used to do that. Wait, hold on, pause. A gallon of does Heritage Store do a gallon of rose water or nah? But before many years ago, what I used to do is I used to buy like a massive gallon of rose water from eBay. That used to be non-branded, and that worked okay. But what I found was it used to have this chemically smell that didn't sit well with me at all. So when I noticed that somebody was using the Heritage Store rose water, which is the one that I've showed you guys just now, and yeah, my hair loves it. Like it smells nice. My hair just really, really loves it. So I think I'm just gonna stick to the Heritage Store one. I don't know if they do a gallon one. Then I'll look into that. Yes, Miss J, you're correct. Letting your hair breathe. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Ooh, CW. Oh, are you telling me that they do a gallon one? Wait. They do gallon rose waters. Is that what you're telling me? Because I will put an order in after this live if that's the case. I had no idea. I've never seen it. I've never seen that. You know what? You're right, Michelle. Yeah, I think sometimes I overthink things, you know. So when I'm thinking of daily vlogs, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I need to be out and about. I need to be doing something exciting. But truth be told, I have mad moments, but overall, I'm pretty chilled. So I kind of think to myself, because I'm such a chilled person, would anyone be interested in watching a chilled out vlog? CW said 64 US. I'm going to assume that that's something that's available in the States, I'm guessing. But you know what I'll do? I'll have a look at their website and I'll see if it is available for me to order. Rhyme Waters, I hope I pronounced that correctly, said anything coconut. Anything coconut. What's that in regards to? Is that in regards to products that you like to use, or um what I found is coconut used to be my bae when I first started my lock journey, and then I think in like 2018, 2019, all of a sudden my hair stopped liking it. Ooh. Can I cook? Yes, I can cook. I can cook. Um, I'm from Ghana. My heritage is Ghanaian, so I cook a lot of Ghanaian foods, which is West African foods. I also cook a lot of English foods, you know, roast potatoes, salmon, vegetables. I'm a fish eater, I'm a pescatarian, so I'm big on food. I'm a foodie, you know, to the point where during this lockdown, I put on a gang of weight. I think I've shifted it all off now, actually, funnily enough. Ah, cook for you. You know what? One day I hope to. Yeah, a cooking video. Isn't that random though? I feel like that's so random. It's like because the majority of my videos are kind of like lot lifestyle kind of base. It would be interesting. You know what? I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Right? So you lot are saying you lot want to see vlogs, you lot want to see cooking videos. Okay, I got you. I got you. The Heritage Store gallon rosewater. I will look into that. Thank you for the heads up. I'm really hoping it's available here in the UK. I can't lie to you. When it comes to hair care products here in the UK, man, we're like so behind you guys. I feel like you guys have a lot of products. Sometimes I'll be watching someone's video and they'll mention something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me look into that, and it's not available here. So sad times. Jazzy, you're funny. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep that in mind. What about beauty content? I'm assuming that beauty, do you guys in here are not really into beauty content, like skincare, makeup? Is that your thing? Is it not? Let me know. Oh, that's all right, Michelle. You know what? I'm gonna try and get into the habit of doing lives more often. The live that I did, I think about 2 weeks ago, I feel like it went on for a long time. So I want to try and keep my lives a little bit shorter than before. Natural skincare, I got you. That's my bag. So I will keep that in mind. Because I think you mentioned to me, Jazzy, you're not really into makeup, I believe. I think I remember you saying that. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle. Like I like makeup, but I don't like the caked on look. It's not really my thing. I like to keep my makeup natural. Infinite ugly. How do UK blacks feel about black Americans? I hear blacks in the UK have different opinions on us American blacks. Just wondering for future information. Um, in general, how do we feel about blacks from the States? Well, that's an interesting question. I would say it's predominantly love. Like growing up, a lot of us looked up to the culture from the States because MTV based music videos, films, sitcoms, etc., etc. I think that over the past year, though, I must say, when it comes to the whole UK acting industry, and the US industry, I don't want to be like the spokesperson for the UK, but from what I can see, it seems like a lot of African Americans have an issue with a lot of Black Brits coming over to act certain roles, and there seems to be some kind of tension in regards to that. In regards to you guys having different opinions, I can't lie, Clubhouse, yeah, Clubhouse, some of you have different opinions to us, but that's natural, isn't it? Because everybody's gonna have different opinions. I think if you also come over here, you would be well received. We love the American accents. We the only issue is I found that sometimes some of you can come across a little bit ignorant, especially when it comes to African culture. I wasn't really appreciating, like, there was that whole there was that trend of the eating West African foods, and then it became a trend, and some people were mocking it and all of that. That I didn't appreciate, I can't lie. But apart from that, there's no kind of dislike or anything like that. The same ways that some of you like our boring English accents for whatever reason, is the same ways that we like your accents. Samantha said, "Hi, when your locks look really good, you could see a big difference. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I absolutely can. I don't know if some of you were following me from like before, but there was one stage, as I was saying, my locks were like really, really thinning out. So I had to leave it alone for a bit. And I want to continue kind of leaving it alone for a bit and not doing too much with it. Skincare, natural makeup, like what you've got on now, I don't know what it is, but ever since I got my locks, heavy makeup doesn't look right. Indigo, real talk. Real talk. I think I only started to get into makeup about 2 years ago. And for me, I had always said that if I'm gonna do makeup, I'm not about to cake my face on at all. If some of you have seen some of my makeup videos before, you will notice I don't even put on lashes. Can't be bothered. My makeup right now, funny enough, I don't even have eyeshadow on. but because your eyelids naturally have a color, it looks like I've got something on. I think with me, or maybe in general, less is more. I don't like doing like I don't like a lot of jewelry. I don't like a lot of makeup. I don't like excessive. That's not my vibe at all. Do you trim your locks? If so, how often? I would say I trim my locks probably once a year, Erica. Michelle, thank you. Infinite Ugly, thank you for taking the time to answer that. It's a layered question and it's always wanted an educated perspective. Much love to you. Thank you so much for that. I do like that question a lot. I think in general there just needs to be unity, and I feel like sometimes there's a lack of understanding between all of us. And I think sometimes if you don't know something, you need to kind of be open to learning. And from what I've found, some people, especially on Twitter, when it comes to certain topics, they don't want to understand what's going on. And also, actually, I think one last point I think I will make in regards to your question is that on social media, I've noticed that a lot of African Americans state that there's a difference between being black and being African. And people like myself over here, we don't understand why that is the thought process. Because I've had people argue to say that you can't be black and African. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But little things like that confuses me because you can be black and you can be African. So it's just little, we just all need to unite, because when it comes down to it, we're all black, period. Whether you're, black American, whether you're black British, you're all black. So good morning, Rose. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, Michelle, no, I have no eyeshadow, none at all. Like there's no, this is just my eyelid. That's it. Jewel said African history is not taught in the States how it should be unless we study ourselves. I think that's what it is. And also correct me if I'm wrong as well, because remember, I'm over here. I think one of the major differences is, for example, obviously I was born here, so automatically that makes me Black British. My parents, however, my dad was born and raised in Ghana, and my mom was born here, but she was raised in Ghana. So because they're so directly kind of linked to Ghana, although I'm British, I'm also very Ghanaian in my ways. So there's that. Whereas what I found is with a lot of African Americans, maybe your parents are not like directly from a specific country. So there's not that direct link. I think maybe that's what the difference might be. But don't get it twisted. Over here in the UK, our history lessons during school days was shit, absolutely shit. You're not taught anything apart from black people used to be slaves, and that's it. It's only when you grow up that you basically have to learn things for yourself, because the history that is taught in our schools over here is very whitewashed. Yes, Michelle, this is it. This is it. This is exactly it. Hey T. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I was basically saying that I'm trying to get into the habit of being able to do lives a lot more, if possible. Anyway, Jazzy said, we don't know our heritage, our histories beyond America. We had to create it from scratch. So many feel we are separate. We lost our connection. Yeah, I agree. You know what? I actually agree with that. And I feel that because you guys have created your own culture from scratch, and that's a powerful culture that has dominated the world globally. I also find that sometimes a lot of African Americans kind of feel that, why is the people from the UK copying us? Because let's not lie, you lot's culture is influential. um I just think that it's just a slight difference, but when it comes down to it, we're all black. And for me, I'm always open to learning, and I think that's just the best way to be. I found that places like Clubhouse have allowed for us to always have like discussions and debates and stuff. However, I must say there's also a lot of ignorance with some people, and I think that's where there's a slight disconnection. You will not remember this, but you and I emailed about this exact topic several years ago. I will send it to you after the live to remind. I think I do remember very briefly. It was a while ago though. No, no, it's all right, Michelle. I do remember. I do remember that. I really do remember it. Thank you, T. Yeah, this is it, Jazzy. We're more alike than different, you know. Um, I don't think that like anybody's better than the other. I just think we all just need to unite and not segregate ourselves. I feel like there's already enough segregation in the world. So why we always do it to ourselves is completely beyond me. But yeah, I think I might round up this live. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Um Jazzy, you make me laugh. You're always getting on to me about my accent. But yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, I'm gonna do more lives. All the video suggestions that you've mentioned as well, I'm gonna take it on board as well. Mwah. Have a blessed day. Take care, and I shall speak to you all very, very soon. See ya.